Why should I hire a realtor and pay commission when I could just sell my house on my own? Well, some people, they just like to do all the DIY stuff themselves, and that's totally fine. Some people just, they would rather do it because they enjoy the experience, and that's great. But I would give 3 reasons as to why I think it's really important to actually hire a real estate agent to help you sell your house. First, and this is why a lot of people do it, is because of the convenience factor. A realtor knows the process. They know how to take something from the listing all the way until the closing. They know all the paperwork that's involved, and they are going to handle all that stuff for you. So you just have to answer a couple questions and then sign on the line. And they're going to help you, give you all the advice moving forward, so that it's a lot less of a stressful time. Usually when people are selling their house and they're moving, there's so many other things that they're worried about. They're worried about packing. They're worried about if they're moving out of the state or out of the area. They're worried about, how do I get my kids into the school? Maybe relocating to a new job. There's a lot on your plate. So hiring a realtor takes a lot of that off. You have the expertise of knowing what comes next to put your mind at ease so that they know what's going on every step of the way. Now you know what's going on every step of the way. The second big reason to hire a realtor instead of selling on your own is the negotiation of it. A good realtor knows how to negotiate with the other side and get you the most money that you can out of your house. They're not just gonna, you take a random offer that's a super low ball offer and take the first thing that comes across. They know how to talk to other agents. They know how to talk to other buyers. They know how to really get the most value, help the buyer see the value in your property. And they know how to try to drive that price up as much as possible. The third reason, this is really the most important reason why you should hire a realtor instead of just trying to sell your house by yourself if you're trying to get the most money out of your house. And that is because of the exposure that comes along with hiring a real estate agent. If you try to sell your house by yourself, you can have access to places like Zillow and to realtor.com and some places on the website. You can put a sign in your yard that says for sale by owner. And yes, people are going to see your house, they're going to drive by it, and you're going to get some exposure. But a realtor can put it on the MLS and actually get exposure to all the real estate agents in the area. And it goes out to all of those people. You're going to have probably several times the amount of people seeing your property. That's what gets multiple offers onto properties. That's what gets bidding wars sometimes, and that's what gets the more offers, the more exposure that you get, the more offers that you get, the better position you're in to actually negotiate a higher price for your property. So the exposure is really the key thing that someone who doesn't have access to the MLS, someone that's not a licensed real estate agent, just simply can't do. It's because you don't have the access to that software, to that site, to actually then roll it out to that many people. The rest can be done by yourself. You can negotiate for yourself. You can do all the paperwork yourself and do all that. And if that's what you enjoy to do, that's great. But the third part is the exposure. You just can't match the exposure that a real estate agent can get based on the MLS, based on being able to expose it to that many different agents and to that many different people all at the same time. So a good agent is going to take care of all 3 of those things. They're going to make sure that you get the most convenient process possible. They're going to take you all the way from listing your property, making sure that it looks good, taking care of the showings for you, making sure that once it gets into escrow, all the negotiation that gets it to escrow, make sure that once it's there, they are one step ahead all the time, making sure you have all the disclosures and all the paperwork ready for you. They're going to handle all the negotiation that comes along before escrow and during escrow, and they're going to advise you on all that. And then they're, of course, going to get your property out to as many people as possible.